My name is Navy Hospital Corpsman 3rd Class FMF Redmond Ramos. While serving in Sangin, Afghanistan in 2011, I stepped on an IED. This ultimately resulted in an amputation of my left leg below the knee and a few other injuries. Sitting beside me is my beautiful wife, Krista. We met just about 9 years ago when I was competing in track in Colorado Springs. I asked her after 3 dates and 10 days of knowing each other if she would move to California with me, and she did. She bought a one-way ticket, and we have been happily ever after ever since.
I didn't know that he was an amputee. I just saw him as this athlete who was competing, and when I got to know him and learned a little bit more about him, I just fell in love with his drive, and I said, why not?
Krista and I have a beautiful family with 2 amazing children. Our daughter Aspen is 3 years old, and my twin, my son Redmond, is a year old. I am number 3 of 4 brothers to be Navy Corpsmen, combat medics with the Marines. It's really a special bond that all 4 of us share. March 26, 2011 is when I was injured. We were just about done with our deployment. We had a Marine who stepped on an IED. Our squad was going to provide extra fire support and extra medical support for him. So about 15, 20 minutes or so into our trek over, I ended up stepping on a separate IED. And I kept my leg for quite a while. I ended up going from being the medic, being the corpsman, to being the patient, and my Marines absolutely saved my life. Being an amputee has its ups and downs, and that's a lot of things my friends won't see, my family. Basically, everybody in the world except for my wife won't see a lot of the downs. I might I work out really hard, and I'm feeling good, and I think I'm getting really fit and muscly, and then a pimple will happen on my leg, and then I'm in an unbelievable amount of pain for a while because of a little pimple that's in the wrong spot. Being an able-bodied amputee, someone that can walk around and run around, it's easy to feel like I have a house that's fit for me currently. Until it's nighttime and I want to take my leg off, or if I'm in some pain and I want to be able to roll around. I end up either being stuck in one position with my leg off, or what happens, I think, even more often is I refuse to not be able to move around with my kids and show them an active father. So I just keep my leg on and I walk around in a horrible amount of pain. You don't realize how much a fully accessible home would mean to your quality of life until you don't have it, and you are trying to be a good father and good husband, but you're hurting. One of my best friends in the world, Max Roan, who is currently in the process for Homes for Our Troops, came back from this conference and would not stop telling us about it. And he kept trying, almost begging Krista and I to call up Homes for Our Troops to submit an application. When we did, it was like a weight off our chest. They had made us realize that it's not about just having a home. It's about having an accessible home and something that we could spend the rest of our lives in. It would be the greatest gift we could possibly imagine, and it seemed unreal. It still seems unreal. One of the greatest features for me with Homes for Our Troops homes is you can go from your house and in the same threshold go to the garage, and you could leave the house all in a chair if needed.
I don't have to worry about, him falling and hurting himself, which has happened. And we know that that's a part of the injury, but just to have that be a luxury and lifted off of our shoulders is something that I can't really put into words.
if I could say one thing to any donor or supporter or future potential donor or supporter, I just want to say thank you. Just the thought that this is going to happen to Krista and our family is life-changing. Homes for Our Troops is the start of the next chapter of my family and I's lives. It's going to be the greatest chapter that we've ever had, and we're so excited to be able to have this opportunity.